More studios checking, and you know we in the studio manifesting our own reality. So you click this video and you're on NoFap, you're on semen retention, and I'm assuming that you're on NoFap and semen retention for a greater purpose, for a greater calling. And I'm just showing you how dating apps, deleting dating apps, can get you further to your calling or get you more accomplished with what you're trying to achieve on your NoFap journey. So dating apps are actually not that too far away from X-rated films, and it can be used as a bait to pull you back to the surface. And you know that surface is X-rated films, or just looking up freaky videos on Instagram, you know. So it's not even just limited to dating apps. It's also social media itself. It's like social media, all these CEOs of these social media companies have certain guidelines to allow naked women, naked bitches on the timeline, but if you post enlightening information, that goes against their guidelines. So who knows? We're at a war for our semen. We're at a war for our energy, fellas, and it's time to stiffen up and toughen up. No pun intended. So as we're on NoFap, you get across images and temptations to gauge you back to watching these X-rated films. And deleting dating apps can help you stay focused on the mission you're trying to accomplish. We get that you're trying to hold your semen in. We get that you're not trying to bust a nut, but it doesn't stop there. As I say in all my NoFap videos, it comes with your why. Why are you a NoFap? Why do you keep relapsing? And I'll tell you why. It's because you have all these distractions and you're not fully focused. You're not really 10 toes down with the shits. You ain't really with it. So you have to take the extra step and not just clear your browsing history, clear your phone of any junk app that you don't see, and any app that you see as junk to get you to, you know. One reason why you should delete the dating apps on your phone is because it places you in a position to talk to women in reality, not virtually. So what dating apps and the big accessibility of X-rated films brought onto men was that it makes men more afraid of rejection, and thus by being afraid of rejection, they don't talk to women in person, or they have that thirsty energy in the club, thirsty energy at the park, thirsty energy at the grocery store. This is the product of being addicted to X-rated films, your phone, dating apps, and I'll just say social media itself. So it's not just limited to Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. I'm adding Instagram into the mix too. You might actually have to go and delete your Instagram because, man, the shit I be seeing, whew, a lot of beauty, but if you don't got the dick discipline, I don't recommend it. This is for the fellas that are slacking with the dick discipline. The dick discipline comes with days on NoFap. It comes with abstaining from social media and naughty images. And I always saw dating apps as the clearance section for women. Like, going on dating apps is like shopping in the clearance section. You spend so much time looking in hopes of maybe finding something for the right price. And we all know how limited dating apps are. Like, what are the odds that you're gonna get a super fine chick on a dating app, and then you may even match her, but is she gonna reply? Is she gonna give you like any time of day? Do you have a chance? Like I said, dating apps is just shopping in the clearance section. You make way more quality and better options in person, because not only does the woman get to feel out your energy in person, it shows confidence that you're willing to talk to her and approach her. See, what the dating apps and what X-rated films is doing to us, it's putting us in a state of where we don't have to approach what we want. We don't have to go to the store. We don't have to go to the section that's not on sale. We don't have to shop in the clearance section because we have enough money to afford the regular price stuff. So in this case, in this story, the price is your confidence. A lot of guys are shopping in the clearance section because they don't have the price. And I'm using the word price interchangeably with the word confident. Dealing on dating apps is just the clearance section of women. You're not gonna get the best quality of women through Tinder. You're not gonna get the best quality of women through Hinge or even Instagram. That just feeds their attention. That just feeds their ego. Like in the clearance section in the store, they may not make a lot of money off that clearance item, but it's just still something to sell to bring some money in to the business. It's better than just throwing the item away, right? So, fellas, deleting the dating apps and even also social media brings you back to reality, and you have to use what you already have, not through some artificial blue light device that helps you reach women. So what this does, it places us in a state of discomfort because we're used to swiping right, swiping left, used to just hopping in DMs. Delete all that doesn't exist anymore, and you're just you're your own man. Think about the golden days, like when men would court women and the women were more receptive, and then we would meet women that way. That's the true and authentic best way to meet women. And dating apps could also be used as a substitute for adult films. So although we may not be fapping to adult rated films, we're still wasting our time on women. We're still putting our energy on women. So the whole purpose of NoFap, at least my whole purpose of NoFap and semen retention, is to stop putting my energy into women and stop putting my energy into things that don't serve me. That's one of my true purposes of NoFap. So although you may not be watching X-rated films, if you're spending that extra time you have from not watching X-rated films to be putting it into dating apps, then you're not really succeeding at NoFap. You're not really succeeding at semen retention. You may be not releasing, but you're not taking the lessons and you're not following the signs of focusing on yourself by being on NoFap. Because the whole purpose of NoFap is to keep your semen inside of you and keep that energy and put that energy towards something else you want to create, whether it be a business, whether it be yourself, you want to recreate your body. Dating apps slow you down in that, because although you're not and you spend 2 hours swiping right, not getting any matches, that's not much better than watching X-rated films, because your time is not being valued. And what I want to teach you guys on this NoFap is how to value yourself, value your semen, and value your time. And lastly, when you look through your life with the lens of an X-rated film, like in your mind, your mind is in the gutter, you live your life through X-rated films and you just see women as objects and you don't really know how to communicate with them, then you realize that you have a problem socially, because this energy is around you, right? I said in my last video on like the NoFap and female attraction, I had a friend that said he admitted to me that he was like, man, I'm about to play with my testes before I go to sleep. And you could see how that translated in his dating life, because when we were going out and stuff, we would share stories about women and that, and lo and behold, we matched with a same girl on Tinder. And he told me, he was like, and she was well endowed, she had the breasts and all that. He told me that I sent her a message saying, yo, when you gonna let me see them titties? That's what he told me. I'm like, man, your mind is too way in the gutter. What makes you think that woman is gonna respond to that? So it messes up your game. And I know that was kind of all over the place, but let's run it back. Dating apps is not that far away from X-rated film. So if you're still spending a significant amount of time on dating apps, you're not succeeding at NoFap and seeding retention, because these are all gateways and stepping stones back to where you just came from, back to that X-rated video. Also, you should delete your dating apps because it places you in a position to talk to women in reality. You don't have a false sense of reality because your mind isn't in the gutter. Your mind isn't trapped to what you used to see late at night or early in the morning. So it places you in a position to talk to women, and also you'll get more confidence doing so. This is 2 birds in 1 stone. And lastly, dating apps is just a waste of time. Waste of time is a trigger back to X-rated films. And once you delete dating apps, it places you in a position to talk to women in reality. It places you to talk to them in the gym. It places you to talk to them in line at the grocery store. Instead, it doesn't give you that crutch dating apps give you, where you feel like you have a lot of beautiful matches, but do these matches really go anywhere? Or are these girls just looking for pen pals? Dating apps also waste your time just like XXX does. So it's up to us to cut the cord from all these distractions, because it's only a distraction if you allow it to be. We all have the power to cut loose, and I'm warning all you men that if you don't cut loose now, your dick may cut you loose in the long run. You don't want to be suffering from ED from these false images and false fantasies of women, when you have real women that likes to be approached and that likes male attention in reality. So next time you go swiping left and swiping right, think about how much time you're wasting, and think about how much energy you're wasting. That same energy you wasted on swiping right and swiping left could have been put into your hobbies or into your crafts, like painting, sewing, or anything you like to do. So keep your head up, stay strong, and until next time, you guys be well. 1.